And I remember one night, I was all by myself, and I took the last of the records and CDs, and I put them in my car, and I drove down to the church, Regency Baptist Church in Orangevale, California. It was on a weeknight. I drove down to the church, and nobody was around. There wasn't a soul winning night. It wasn't a church night. I drove down there, and I looked up to heaven in front of the dumpster in the Regency parking lot. I looked up to heaven, and I said, God, this stuff means nothing to me compared to getting people saved. I don't need this stuff. I want you to use me, God. I want to be maximum for Jesus. I took this stuff and I just said, I'm just going to throw this away right now, God. And I want you to do something for me. I want you to use me to win souls. And I threw that stuff in the trash. I just went by myself souling. Usually I went 2 by 2 with the church, but I just went by myself on this night. I knocked on the second door. And I walked in, and it was a family. It was a man and his wife and 3 children. And he was saved, it turned out. He was actually saved. But his kids weren't saved. And they were, they were 12, 13, 10, around that age. And I sat down at the table, and I won those kids to the Lord. And that was a great victory for me, because I'd seen very few people saved in my 2 years of souling. Just a couple people saved. And so this was a big deal to me, that just the first door I knocked, here I got a couple people saved. The next night, they came to church, and the kids got baptized. And this family had been out of church. The parents hadn't been in church in years. The dad was saved, and the mom was saved, but they just hadn't been in church. And they came to church. Those kids got baptized, and that family became faithful in church. And, that's when I believe that was the turning point in my soul winning. I'm not kidding. After that, I started having a lot of people saved. And that's when God really started using me. You see, the thing that changed my life wasn't just church. It was the joy of winning people to Christ is what changed my life. That's what motivated me to get the sin out of my life. That's what motivated me to clean up my act. That's what motivated me to get in the Bible and read it and study it. I said, I want God to use me to win somebody to the Lord. And the rock concert wasn't the same. The movies weren't the same. The music wasn't the same. It all just got boring to me in comparison with winning somebody to Christ, and they're going to go to heaven. And then to see that person get baptized, and to see that person begin to read the Bible and live for God. Hey, that's what changed my life. And that's what's going to change your life. My life didn't change just from coming to church and listening to preaching. My life changed when I went out soul winning. That's the truth.